that thing came out. So what else does he do? 500 HP. Okay, I would say it's fine. He does decent damage. Is it a shotgun he's wielding? It does
Yes,
feel
he's a
like one.
shotgun. It's a shotgun.
Okay, and he has abilities like Venom. What the hell? He can shoot rockets or whatever from his back. Venom?
It's not rockets, those are spikes, venom
I,
spikes.
I meant that, but I just couldn't frame it. Yeah, exactly. Man is
Yeah, frame it
mortal.
in German. Frame it in German if it makes it easier.
Warum nicht? Aber jetzt, ich möchte nicht am Deutsch unterhalten.
Ah, yes. Is that
Anyways.
better?
Yeah. I mean, at least I feel better, you know. I guess this is going to take a little bit of time, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to take a little pause as the players keep disconnecting. So can you put it up on the pause time? We'll be right back shortly. Did you do it?
Yeah.
That. It's going to take a little. You'll be fine. Overwatch.
I forgot me file has a mod.
How do you click mute?
Wait a minute from again.
Oh, sorry. Mortal.
Idiot.
Well, I was just switching my screens on Discord, ladies and gentlemen, as we will be back in the action as the players finally rejoin. The game has restarted because I did see a couple of hero picks, but I guess I reset some. Did you find that the map didn't start? It didn't begin anyway. So, hey, what's your take on this map? Will the other users have the advantage to take it to the fourth map at least as of now because it is a best of 5?
It's gonna be tough. It will really depends on the particular map. If only if we are of course gonna be taking the monkey, which is smart coming in from the liquid side. The best thing that I can hope for now is them having a good fight here. If they win this map, which is gonna be really difficult to say the very least, because as soon as they move over towards that third point, that's where the real problems will really start to show. But for the first two, I do believe the Dhaka abusers, if they do get a good early start on those dives and really catch them off guard and start snowballing their ultimates a little bit, they have a pretty, I would say, a fair shot at really taking this map away.
Believe the same, but this is something they'll have to prove themselves. They'd often go for a Bhavi here. It's kind of a question. I haven't seen him playing Symmetra that often, if you know what I mean. But as of now, I do see the players often take the higher ground from the side of Team Sim. Not letting it go that easily. As I do see a D actually instead of a monkey. Never mind, it was complemented by a gate. That's exactly why you have to go for the switch, I guess. But again, he wants to take control of the higher ground to begin with. That's why going for a not a bad decision, but he could have jumped up as well. And now, with does have the White Weaver, able to give him a lot more bird's eye view and allowing him to take full control of the two top speed. And he's just forcing the players to fall back and just bashing them with that mech. Good for him actually, considering the fact that he has completely cleared out the area and now pushing the payload all by himself, as the rest of the players are just healing the DPS to keep the defenders at bay. Now Alito. It's not going to do for the right picks here, but now I don't know if that laser and penetrate through that Zarya bubble. Not for sure, but I don't think it does. But now I'm trying to do some damage, but at the same time there's a counter bet. I love how Bastion's actually popping up, considering I am a Bastion player myself, just all the way. The payload has stopped in the middle of nowhere. As the defenders, it does feel like they have found a foothold themselves as the attackers somehow had to push into defender territory without the payload. So I understand the confidence, but it's not going to be that beneficial. But I wouldn't take my position in this fight whatsoever because he just walked into the beehive. And now Yamiho is behind too much, hopefully for him. Still inside the beehive as the Zarya will fall back. He understands there is a lot of bumblebee inside probably. And then we do not see these skins from the Bastion players as of now. So I'm able to get one onto each track, going for a double. So probably I'll be getting a double of his own actually. And now the Fracto is the main priority. And instead of the payload, someone could just get on the payload and to take space for that. Because that's exactly what I've been seeing on the Overwatch esports tournament. But hey, they do have ample amount of time. And they have taken the first one.
Okay, good ultimate here from Melito. So he's gonna be able to chunk us plays with his teammates that never wanted. Maybe this is the thing that I needed in a Symmetra. An absolute rat of character. My opinion at least. To just double key their way into the enemy. After giving them a lot of space to pull out with, isolating Ishak as much as they possibly can, and then turning the tides of the battle from there. Is what is required. Maybe a little bit too aggressive here from the they're going to be able to use the idle rate to get themselves out of danger for just a little while. All depends on the defend now. Good for ultimates to deal damage. They clear, forced out in towards the open for the kill. They're able to go in full skill reset. The members of Dhaka Abusers can no longer really fight in this now. Liquid needs to be the one who's a little bit more actively looking towards his teammates because there were a lot of situations where he's just constantly getting caught off guard. And if this keeps on happening, it's not gonna look that good for them.
That's for certain. But I do believe they're actually still gonna have to go for that dive because they're kind of keeping up. I'm not complaining, but the problem is they have to keep themselves alive. Liquid does have the mitigation to go for and to mitigate all the damages from the Zarya, but I do wonder how long that's gonna be successful as Samuel will be taken out by the hands of Deadly. Looking for more Aristotle. has destroyed the mech, and now it's a Baby Diva out in the open. But first target is gonna be the Juno, who can definitely keep that Baby Diva alive, but finally Shaggy's just gonna bully Liquid, making it a team kill as well. I must admit, this Zarya is definitely a pain for them. Liquid understands that he cannot take a head fight against the Zarya, but then again, he needs to try something. Goes for a change, goes for a Reinhardt, but last time we did see that Reinhardt was still struggling against the Zarya. I'm not willing to say it is a tank game at the moment, but it does feel like that the amount of pressure Ishak is able to bring on the table with that. This is just too much for the attackers to handle. Liquid will go for the Optimus Prime, able to get one kill as well. Yes, he does! Okay!
But that was so risky for no apparent reason. He did the dash and he had none of his teammates ready. If anyone was there right behind him,
good night.
yeah, maybe I would be on board for this one, but he just went by himself.
I mean, I initially thought maybe he was opting to go for a lineup against the 3 players inside of that aircraft. I'm not sure, but that's just my guess. But the players who were able to dodge that. The only player who was taken out was Frost. Sorry, not Frost. Blazon, I think, because I do remember it was the Anna. But as of now, that did lead into another team kill from the attacking side, from the defensive side. And now, things are looking extremely difficult, if not impossible. But still, the nanos are available. But the problem is Aldito doesn't have the blade available quite yet. He's waiting for the damages to farm those damage. But regardless, he will be nanoed up by the Anna. Greeny trying to find the heads, and now he's trying to get the kill onto none other than... Okay, never mind. He didn't even need it on him. He's just gonna get it on Shamyu instead. Ishak able to get it onto Aldito. He was the main target, but what is happening from the players of Team Dakata Abusers? They didn't play like this previously, Aggie. The anti, no.
Nah, they're just not able to get a good read on the positioning from the members of Simp, which is another big issue. Look at how Simp is just constantly rotating around from one spot to the other. Their rotations are very quick, and they're able to isolate a lot of the positions that...
Okay, the Anna.
The users are trying to take over, and they're just not able to find much of an answer. The way that these supports are just constantly sticking to one another, it's just difficult to try and isolate a single player. And now, another big Graviton Surge coming through from the Zarya. They're able to isolate out Liquid again. Liquid really does need to play Monkey here. Other than Monkey, I don't see anyone really being able to do much. Ryan is not the answer, but with only 7 seconds left on the clock, maybe they can get the touch in the overtime, but that's all that they can hope for.
Touch is there. Aldito does have the touch, he does have the blade as well, but then again he needs someone to be back on this payload as well, otherwise he cannot use that payload. I mean, he cannot use the blade otherwise, because he will be moving quite a lot, and now Bounty Hunter is being such a pain! And there you go, the entire teammates will be taken out, and there you have it, Bounty Hunter. Because pre-firing in the distance is exactly what an R6 player would do, and we'll make sure that payload doesn't go any further than that. But I do agree with you. Had they played Monkey, they could have had a lot more mobility, because with the rotations the players of Simp are bringing on the board, rotations need to be your... the mobility needs to be your answer as an attacker. Somehow they have not figured that out quite yet, which we did kind of realize, because initially Liquid was hovering over Winston, but I guess that's gonna have to wait. But now, one more map of the board, they will allow their opposition to sit on match point and championship point. This is gonna be tough.
Everything that they could be doing is just being thrown down over into the wayside. And unless there is an answer to this, unless this answer comes soon, I don't really see how the members of Dakota Abusers are going to be the ones to bring this one back. It feels as though they're the ones who are getting abused, trying to hunt down the Dakats.
That's the only regret that I couldn't do during the protests, I did everything, but I couldn't abuse the Dakats. Meanwhile, we have someone
I
here.
I can abuse you and then it fits.
I'm not a robber, number one. And secondly, we do have Carrie who lives in Uttora, but the problem is...
I thought you called yourself Mr. I Steal Your Girl. That makes you a Dakat.
No! I mean... What do you mean? I've never been like that. Okay, I'll be honest. I have a good charm.
Once. You called yourself that once.
Hey, I have a good charm. I know that, but I never did that. Not that I can't, but I won't. I mean, not anymore at least.
Yes, Vaisha, be careful.
Anyways, very brave decision from Deadly to go. Okay, Alito, what's up with you, buddy? Who hurt you? He's
Only the
taking
girl
things a
just-
lot more into his personal hands. No more bubbles left for the Zarya. Oh, okay, he still survives somehow.
Never
does
mind
have
the fact that
charges
Ishak
though.
is able to live for that long. That's a big question. The fact that he's alive, he's gonna be able to give us support a lot of ult charge in the process as well. Blazin 50% on the nano. If he's able to get this up and running as quickly as he possibly can, things will be a little bit more different. The amount of damage being dealt by Frost neck and neck on the nano gathering here, but even then, ultimates could be coming online first for the defenders. Alito able to use the Deadeye to gain just a tiny bit more space. As long as Ishrak dies here in the front lines, this is going to be perfect, but a couple of shots missed is all that is going to be required. But Alito, strong on the aim, he's going to be able to find it, but Greeny answers back in kind. This is the strength of one of the best hit scans, ladies and gentlemen, and one by one, they are just able to find the value. And
Oh
with
no,
Bounty
good
Hunter
night.
coming in for the big save, this is just profound. One mistake, one chance is all that is required every single turn coming out from this attack of the Sims. And they're able to turn it all around. That Ana, is she gonna live through this one? Maybe, but even then, with the amount of space that they are demanding, the members of Dhaka, they can't even force their way out.
Couple of ultimates popping out here and there, but it's gonna be the attackers who will have the advantage. Simp is just not taking any prisoners. Greeny! This is a tournament match. This is not a shooting range. He's just clear out of existence down one by one, and now he's just taking the fights as well. Nobody can stop him. Frost will finally go down in the middle of nowhere, but even then, I guess it was a plan of the attackers to keep him alive, to stagger him for as long as they can. That's a healer who cannot heal his teammates anymore. Liquid trying to make a difference. He does have the ultimate available. The I don't know, null void something, I don't know, but it's gonna be difficult to find a proper positioning. Not to mention the players may even find their covers as well, and there you have it. It's not even gonna matter, as the players of Sim will never let go of that payload, being at least keeping someone on the payload, being a payload princess. But this has been a very quick one, just like the first one. Alito once again on the Podgy, but as I was saying, it's gonna be much more difficult, if not impossible, for the side of Dagated users, because one more map to go. And there's a very high possibility they will be on the very bottom of the barrel, as they were on the lead for the entire tournament. But now, it doesn't even matter.
It's just sad to say the very least that they're Greeny and Bounty Hunter are just filling in all of those gaps.
Yeah, they certainly are, and that's exactly where they're actually able to put themselves on the upper hand, because Greeny and Bounty Hunter, being proper DPSs, one of them takes longer fights, and one of them is actually going for the any form of meltdown in case of lack of shields, or in case they just need to do raw damage. And that's something the players of Dark User has no answer about, because what are you gonna do? Are you gonna play a Ryan? That's where the Bastion's gonna how do I put it, shine the most. But at the same time, if they had a monkey as well, they could have even dived on the Bastion, because while he is on the third form, he definitely cannot run away because he's much more slower, and that's exactly where the monkey could have survived, or maybe just had a second chance, would have been much more forgiving. But it does feel like the players of Dagathip users are opting to play with the comfort picks. I don't want to say it like that, but the reality is the players of Simp are actually playing with their comfort picks, because again, I'm not quite sure if Bounty Hunter played Overwatch with on a tournament or something. I know that he plays with Tsukishima Goat or Senpai and so many more players, but him playing on this pedestal, that is a bit more scary, considering he is putting such a great fight as a player who doesn't even play this game competitively.
Yep. He just has a team that knows how to run and back in behind them. It all does depend on that. Like when you're able to translate all of your experiences from another game onto a current match, it just changes everything, to say the very least. It's smart, but then again, you can't always rely on the other side, now can you? It's hard to quantify what really is working and what isn't for one of these teams. And Deadly again seemingly did have a disconnect, so DC Watch strikes again.
And Greeny does drop a bra in the chat, so that definitely did happen. I did think initially it was gonna be a swap of the substitute players, but never mind. It's actually gonna be Deadly who will take a pause as of now. So, I mean, not exactly an intended one. But I do want to know which map is it gonna be. Oh, it's Oasis. Never mind, I didn't see it first. So
Oasis.
yeah, we're going to Iraq, brother. But this is technically a different map from the side of Dagat Abusers, as they have lost the second map as well. They do have the opportunity.
Hello.
Wow,
I'm
better
going to
try.
Cox's Bazar.
She's going to
Okay,
focus on her
let's
anyways.
go.
She's going anyways. বাসার নিচে বিএফসি
Okay.
এটাই বাকি ছিল আমার
আমার বিএফসি খাওয়া
আমি
তো
হাইটা
ব্যস্ত
আসতেছি
বিএফসি
আমি
খাওয়া
হাইটা আসতেছি তোর বাসার
আয়
দিকে খাবো আমরা
আয় আয় তুই অর্ডার দিব
বিএফসি খাওয়াবো আমাকে বিএফসি খাওয়াও
তুই আয় তুই তাইলে দিকে নাকি ওইখান থেকে অর্ডার দিব উত্তরা বিএফসি
Uttara
উত্তরা
BFC
বিএফসি খারাপ
from
না
what is not. I don't think it's that good.
মাই
though,
গড
from
হি
what I
সেড
heard.
খারাপ না গাইস এখানে এসে খাইছো
আমি
It's
উত্তরা
not
বিএফসি তে
good, though.
খাইছি আর ওখানে
আমি
এসি
এখানে
নষ্ট
একবার
ছিল
BFC
হ্যালো
ভাই 10 টাকা বাড়াই দিব তাও এখন
ডেডলি ভাই আসতেছেন না ডেডলি ভাই
ফ্রাইড তো বাইরে দিছি
হ্যালো 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 ডেডলি ভাই আছেন
হ্যাঁ
আসতেছে ওকে ওকে
হ্যাঁ আসতেছি
আপনারা তো প্রথম দুইটা ম্যাচ জিতছেন যে না
ইয়েস
নাইস 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 ঠিক আছে
Yes, Dango. You know those
Dango.
Japanese. You
ও
know
রাইট
those
রাইট বুঝছি
Japanese
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
things,
বুঝছি বুঝছি
Dango?
হ্যাঁ বুঝছি বুঝছি হ্যাঁ ডাম্পলিং গুলো আর কি
Yeah,
ডাম্পলিং
Dango. Dumpling,
Yes.
nah. It's kind of like a rice-based. It's like a
এটা কি
rice-based
একটা
ball.
স্টিকের মধ্যে
Stick এর
বড়
মধ্যে
দুটো
করে,
দুটো
হ্যাঁ। ডাম্পলিং এর মতনই
একটু শোনাও আসো স্ক্রিন
one
চেঞ্জ
second, 1 second.
স্ক্রিন চেঞ্জ করে করছি এবার আনমিউট করে না এখনো
Initiating match.
Okay, ready, change.
3 2 1 go
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally back as the players from the players we do see them having a shell shock because a new hero has been revealed on the stream of Overwatch Pro League. But as of now, oh wait, is he already in the game?
Yeah, he's already in the game.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we will not be seeing him in the equation as we do get to see a couple of stuff which indicates that he is already in the game. Props actually, but anyways, we will be heading into Oasis between Sim and Team Dagat Abusers.
Capture the objective.
And frankly speaking, the players, they do have a lot of pressure, at least from the side of Dagat Abusers, because they have lost quite a lot of ground space. And now, finally with a monkey on the board, let's see if they have the answer against that Zarya and against that Bastion as well. We do see a couple of frags here and there, but it's not a leader who will be taken out by his counter. I mean, the person who he's supposed to counter. Stuck, trying to mow down the player in the distance, but he has already taken quite a lot of ground space, and now with the respawns already back on the board, Liquid is pissed. There is no question as he just opts to go for a double swap. He went for a Reinhardt and then instantaneously he went for a Zarya because he knows it has gone personal. It's a much more different map as we get into a much more different mode compared to what we have seen, and now they can definitely see in this area as there's nobody to be seen on the windows. There is a Bastion, I do see that, but finally we do see the Zarya joining in the equation. And they're trying their level best to keep themselves alive. Alito will fall through that hole, but hopefully he will have the mitigation pretty quickly to mitigate against Bounty Hunter, but instead it's going to Greeny, who will be taking him out. So much pressure on this one person alone. Greeny trying to survive and trying to take the fights to himself. He will take a lot of headshots though with him. And now trying to get rid of Liquid. Liquid is low on HP, but hopefully for him, he does have a backup from side of Shamyo as they're trying to get kills one by one. Greeny in a pretty much point blank position now. As Ishak will also join the vicinity, almost taking out the Bastion out of the equation. Never mind, Greeny has been taken out, and looks like Liquid has finally found his answer. Yes, he has! As Alito and Liquid has almost secured a team kill, trying to get rid of Bounty Hunter as well with the grenades. And there you go, finally a team kill, or should I say an almost team kill did come in. Unfortunately, it was not a team kill because the players were able to respawn in the nick of time. And now this is where they'll have to be extremely defensive. They'll have to hold the line as long as they can, and they'll have to keep themselves alive as well. Liquid is actively trying to ignore that bubble of his opposition. Liquid does have the ultimate available as well. He can definitely push the player inside of that hole of the stairway. But it's gonna be Liquid who will be taken out in the hands of Greeny, who went under, who was not taken care of, or was not even seen, I believe. And now with the ultimate available, Ishraq doing so much damage. Alita is already off the board. Ishraq able to punch Bono into oblivion. And now the Bastion, I don't think he's going to be surviving anytime soon. And there you have the Greeny, will be taking him out. And now almost another team kill in a response to one. Hopefully we do see Liquid able to capitalize and cover his teammates, as he will be able to bubble that Ana. And now on a 69 against 38, nice. It's gonna be difficult. They'll have to win the first leg in order to go for the second. I mean, they definitely will go for the second leg, but having a lead is not gonna be a bad idea whatsoever, as the players are doing raw damage down the distance, going for the right clicks as well from the Bastion now. Both the Bastions going for their own ultimates on their own accord, but it's gonna be Bounty Hunter who will have a Bastion diff against Samio. Just too calm and collected, and he